All right, we just pulled up to the Sandblast place to pick up the mini truck. This is basically the equivalent of a nice exfoliating facial for the mini truck. So we're hoping that it got into the deep pores and released all the stuff that ain't good in there. I don't know. I'm pumped to see it. Let's go check it out. Dude, let's go. Oh my God. Wow. This thing literally looks like it's brand new. Got a little bit of dust on it. It looked so terrible before. We were almost embarrassed to take it in public.
See what inside looks like.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
That used to be chuck full of rough down in there. We might actually get some paint to stick on this thing.
Again, huge thank you to Icon Coatings. This thing looks like a freaking Dean. All right, the mini truck is back in the shop on its proper 43-inch tires. It started to look kind of like a wimp on the little ones, so we had to put these puppies back on. And I hate to start the week out with problems, but we've got problems. We've got this custom radiator that just barely got here, and it's a flippin' Dean, has the fan. The water neck is all right. It's completely custom for this mini truck, but Brady freaking ordered it too deep.
You're wrong, brother.
I didn't order nothing.
Yeah, it was me that ordered it. But there's no way of doing it any shallower. And the problem is it won't fit in front of the mini truck.
So you're telling me you came out here with a tape measure and measured it, sent it to the guy, and it still don't fit?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Wow.
This thing is honestly a Dean. It is freaking beautiful.
The mini truck don't deserve that thing.
No. Here, hold this. Hold that. So if you can see, there's not a whole bunch of room until you hit the firewall.
Kind of looks like a pug.
Yeah,
Just...
really flat face. So if you put this puppy in here, like that, it also doesn't fit with our width that we have cut. And it's about as narrow as we can possibly cut it before we start getting into this bolt that's holding the light. So long story short, we're either going to be pounding the firewall in with a hammer or cutting it and trying to piece it all back together, which is obviously going to be a headache if you look at that flippin'. There isn't a straight panel on that.
The other thing that makes this really hard is we don't even know if it's going to cool it because the fan is just pushing the hot air. Like, they can't get rid of the hot air.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a risk that we're going to take.
The guys that made this radiator assured me that it would work, but I don't know that they really knew the circumstances of this mini truck.
So we're going to do what we do best, and that's start to tear crap up.
What the flip are you doing? Well, we're trying to make something happen.
I'm busy ordering stuff for the mini truck.
Brad told us that we can't talk to him when he's in his office.
Oh, that's right.
Don't talk to me. Ever. Like, all of tonight.
Just be done talking.
I've heard enough from you today.
Get out of his office. We got stuff to do. Let's see if this puppy fits now. Well, it's not let's see. I know it'll fit.
It's gonna
I
fit.
just want to see how good it fits.
Hey. That's touching back there? Oh.
Might be building a new hood that sticks out to like here. It's definitely hitting this thing. So if we cut that off, we can get it a little farther back. This Chinesium isn't very strong.
No.
Oh, I'm not even gonna get the grinder bag out.
That is the most Alex way to take that bracket off I've ever seen.
Promise I'm gonna get it. I feel like we're just gonna need to keep a box of Band-Aids in the glove box for anybody that walks around this thing.
Everything is sharp and rusted. All right, here's where we're at. We had to pull the whole entire dash out, which was kind of a pain in the butt because there was a bunch of wiring and crap. And after we got the dash out, we had to pull the heater core out and everything with the heater system, because right here there was little lines that came and stuck out and got in the way. And then after we pulled that out, we put it back in. It still didn't fit, so we had to take a hammer and absolutely pound the living sin out of this firewall. But we all agreed that that was the easiest way to do it, because none of us really want to patch together this firewall. So as you're seeing it right there, this radiator does in fact fit. The problem that we're running into though now is it's so close to not fitting that when we put it in here, it fits perfectly just like that. But we can't mount it just like that because it has to sit away from everything just a little bit, because, you know, when we're hitting a whoop section in this truck, crap's gonna move.
When we're passing trophy trucks down in Mexico, it can't be nailing the bar, you know?
So now we gotta mount it somehow. What do you think?
Well, another kind of minimal effort kind of thing.
Hold up.
What is
No,
this kid's
one had
problem?
some effort. It's not done yet.
It's a pretty good idea. I like it.
I'm willing to say when stuff was 70% effort, and this one was not.
And it's done. We don't have to do it anymore.
I mean, it's
That's-
not done.
Wow, it's
I know what you're
mounted.
saying. We literally stuffed the biggest radiator we possibly could in this puppy.
Well, with a huge turbo, it's gonna need a big radiator.
Are we gonna louver the hood or anything?
Yeah, I want to put a big old vent, because we're going to run a power steering cooler right here on top of there, so we need a big old vent. It'll look sick, too. It's probably going to hurt the cooling, but it's going to be sweet.
We came to the parts store to grab some paint to paint the transmission for final install. And we figured while we're here, we might as well grab everything we can possibly think of that we need for this mini truck. Oh!
What's the damage?
You're looking at $362.99.
Ooh. I mean, that really is a lot of stuff, though. That's fluids and everything, ATF.
$400 just in a whole bunch of liquid. That's crazy.
I wouldn't call that real good.
We have been spending a buttload of money lately, swiping our card, putting our card information in online, and every time you do that and you're involved with your card, you're involved with your wallet. And me, Brady, and Alex have been using these new lightweight wallets from Ridge. They have a super slim and lightweight construction, so they work perfect for like gym shorts or whatever you're wearing. It's gonna fit way better than a bulky leather wallet.
Ridge also makes an AirTag attachment to the wallet, so if you ever lose it and you can't find it, your phone literally will lead you right to where it's at.
There's over 50 styles and colors of these wallets, so you can customize them and you can make them your own and get exactly what you're looking for. The one that I got is like forged carbon. Super sick looking, but they make a bunch of different ones. They make titanium, aluminum, carbon fiber, like they make all sorts of different materials of these wallets.
Along with a ton of other products that these guys make, they also do a key case that literally holds all your keys. It's nice because it keeps them all together and they're not jiggling around in your pocket and stabbing you in the leg.
Ridge is hooking it up big time this year for Father's Day. They've got sales of up to 40% off stuff on their website, so it's gonna make gift giving super easy this year.
We made it super easy. Just click the link in our description and it will take you right to the huge sale on Ridge's website. We literally wouldn't be able to build the mini truck and keep this place going without companies like Ridge that support the channel. So thank you so much, Ridge, for sponsoring today's video. We're finally on the point in the mini truck where we've got to focus on getting it running. So we've got to throw a couple of coats of paint on the transmission so we can get it bolted up to the motor, so we're pretty much on final assembly with both of those. And actually the transfer case too.
Transfer case is ready to go.
Transfer case is getting thrown on too.
So with this motor, this is sitting under where we sit, and then we've got like the part that comes down and the floor is right here in the mini truck. So the problem was with this motor, it came with a truck style water pump where the water neck for the coolant came up high. And we've got to keep that water neck super low to run under the floor to the radiator we just mounted. So since there's so many different styles of LS motors, we found that this water pump from an LS1 Camaro has this water neck that keeps it low and coming out instead of up here so it can run under the floor. But the problem with this one is when you bolt it up, it's not the right spacing for the belt because there's 3 different types of spacing that line up with the belt on this harmonic balancer. This is a ton of information, but we had to buy these spacers from ICT Billet that'll go right here, space this water pump out to where the belt needs to sit on this water pump. I can't remember if it was 11 inch-pounds or foot-pounds, but I think they're the same.
I would just...
I think it was 1,100 Nunamakers.
My last name's Dirt. Her last name's Nunamaker.
Yeah. While Alex strips those water pump bolts out, Brady's going to start working on his Jeep.
I'm so happy that this day has come. I've been dreading it, not gonna lie. But for all you guys that are hardcore Peck Brothers subscribers, you know that I built that table to straighten out the frame on my Jeep. And I haven't got to it yet, and today is the day.
Do we got to take Beth off the table then?
Yeah, we do. I need your help.
I've had it. Alex, you're lifting it this time.
I'll be the camera guy.
As usual.
So I've got to completely rip my whole Jeep down to the bare frame, set the frame up on the table, and straighten it out like a total redneck would do it.
Oh. Well, like usual, literally nothing that we ordered works. There is a single bracket that is right on this whole motor. I literally spent like at least 10 hours probably researching these brackets.
Was it in English or?
No, it was all in French.
Oh.
Is that a problem? No, I'm serious. Literally, our power steering pump bracket. Ooh.
Dude, that's our new pump.
Let's just set this. That seems right. This isn't really our new pump. We got a brand new pump coming. This is a spare one that we had, but it's a CBR high pressure pump for PSC. Well, guess what? It don't work. These things are supposed to be the Camaro style mounting, and this is supposed to be the Camaro style mounting, but it's not. ICT Billet says that it's made for an OEM pump. This is not an OEM pump, so lo and behold, it doesn't work. But that's not all. Our lower alternator bracket here with this nice pulley, it don't work either. Because on a Gen 4 LS3, that has a hole and it's tapped, and there's also another tapped hole right here, and we don't have either of those. We do have this bottom one though. And even if those were existent, we don't have the right alternator to work in this bracket. And we wanted to church it up after that and run dual alternators. So we have another alternator bracket here that don't work. There's a couple of places that we have to massage the water pump to get this one to work. And this alternator's too big. This is like a 160 amp. We need like a 105 or a 110 because it has a smaller case. So this one is less of a problem. But literally none of
So
this.
instead of doing one 160 amp alternator, we're going to do two 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how smart we are.
Do your math. They're not 80s. They're 110s. And 110 times 2 is like 260. So,
496.
long story short, here's the thing. There was one thing that did work. We did put this low profile F-body oil pan on this puppy, and it absolutely made it look at least twice as expensive as it was before. Well, actually, this isn't even done either, because we've got a baffle kit for this thing coming from Improved Racing that we don't have yet. So this puppy's gonna be coming off to put that baffle kit in anyways, so.
With all that said, at least Braid's getting somewhere with his frame.
I hope it's going better than it's going over there.
I've got a story. Once upon a time, there was a kid with a dream to build his own frame. He was an idiot. His brothers tried to tell him.
I think I know him.
I think I've heard this story.
I think I know the story.
He has 2 little brothers that drive him nuts. There's companies like MotoBuilt that build beautiful frames
Yeah,
for things.
but he decided to church it up.
Yeah, but he's 3 years later trying to build this frame that he had a dream about.
Sounds like this story's about you.
It sounds like we need to get to the climax of the story. What the flip's going on?
Well, bad news for me too.
I'm at it. Are you serious?
Yeah, real bad. I built this thing completely from scratch, and I don't know why.
This ain't no CAD princess.
No.
This is all handmade. Everything on this.
With a grinder. No plasma cutter, no nothing.
Nothing.
Straight grinder. And it goes,
Literally down to the body mounts.
The body mounts are all handmade.
I had to build those because the factory ones or aftermarket ones weren't long enough.
Because you wanted to church it up.
Because he wanted to church it up. Again, just like our dual alternators.
Yeah. Problem is when I was forming this joint, it's going from 3 to 2 and 8 to 4. And as everything was coming through, there's a lot of grinding and welding that went in here on both sides. And every time I would do that, it actually started pulling the whole entire rear back of the frame down, and I couldn't see it. I didn't have this table at the time. The problem where I noticed it was a problem was right here. I put the corners on, and this joint, I had a nice big gap here and no gap there. So I'm like, what's going on with this? Found out later that the frame was bent, and you have to like hang on the bottom of the tub to get the body mount bolts in. So that's my problem.
So the rearmost body mounts are 2.5 inches lower than they should be to where you can't even thread a bolt up in there.
Well, if you get a nice long bolt
That's what
and
I
a
said.
half-inch impact,
A-
that's what me and Alex have been.
A long bolt and a bigger body mount, your problem's fixed.
Or we get a bunch of washers and stack them up, dude.
Dude,
I
I've
know
got-
solutions.
I know what you guys are thinking. What an idiot. And you're right.
For sure.
For sure. We just don't need that negativity right now. We need to fix this thing.
Let's get to it. I see a whole bunch of chains and a couple jacks.
Okay, so let me fill you in what we got going here. We've got some chains, a couple of them. We're gonna wrap them around the table a few times, down to this down to this center section. We got some heavy duty floor jacks on this piece of wood, and we're gonna jack it up till we get the height that we need. And we're gonna start with no heat and see if this thing goes.
Dude, the comment section right now. I can't even.
Yeah, for
wait.
all you people that think we do great fab work and we just flat out know what we're doing.
No.
We normally just don't film this kind of stuff.
Well, today's your guys' lucky day because you're going to see us fix something Brady completely messed up.
Oh wait, we did actually. We straightened the mini truck frame.
Oh!
Remember? And it worked.
Dude, we're experienced in this.
We're a body shop now.
Yeah, dang near.
Yeah, watch out, Robbie Layton.
Alright, the idea is because it's chained there, that can't go up unless this thing bends. So we're gonna jack those up, hopefully get this to stretch clear up and fix this frame. Hey! Hey!
Oh, dang. Yeah, we're getting somewhere, guys. We have about 6 more inches to go.
We should have increased our insurance policies before work today.
Well, there's still more to go, and we ain't feeling real good about it. You got goggles?
Yeah.
You guys are making me want to go riding dirt bikes, not work on chassis. Oh. Oh.
Right there. That right there, even on both sides. I just don't know how far they're gonna drop. 2, 3.
Oh my gosh.
So all of that just to go up 3/8 of an inch?
I guess.
How much do we need to go?
So hold up though. If every 2 inches we go up, gets us 3/8 of an inch, like after it settles, we're gonna have to go up like a foot.
Come on, do the math, Caleb. You're acting real smart.
So for every so if we need to go up 2 inches to get up 3/8 after it settles, how many 3/8 are in an inch? Let's see. 6/8
Which is 3/4.
3/4. So let's just say 2.5 of those 3/8
Yeah.
are an inch. That means that we need, let's see, 2, double that, plus a little bit more.
What is going
4,
on?
Dude.
4 and a quarter. So if my calculations are right, which they probably
They're
are,
not.
what I'm thinking is we've got to go up 6 inches more than what we were.
I think my jack's done.
No way.
It's like it's like giving out and not going up.
I'm pretty sure my jack's up here.
To give that one a breather. Ooh, that piece of wood. I don't know if you guys can tell how big of an angle that is on from the camera. That is 8 inches higher than it was just resting before we started tweaking it. That's a lot of silence.
I think we went too much.
No.
That's it. I've had it with this jump.
Well, we bent it too far. So we rigged this thing up to where it's going to reverse push it back and bend it back down. So we're hoping like the memory in the frame kind of comes back down to where we need it. We did a lot of math, really educated, like normal people don't know. We got that figured and dialed, so we're gonna go ahead and jack this up now, and hopefully we don't go too far the other way again.
So you don't even know how far you're gonna go.
No.
It's just gonna be like a feeling thing. You'll be like, yeah, that right there, that feels good. How do you know how far to go?
Quit making fun of me. We're gonna go till we feel that it was 1/2 of an inch.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, that was your jack.
Did you get the feeling yet?
Do you really want to know if I can feel it?
I'm getting a feeling that we're getting close. I think we need to go probably like 0.5 or so more.
More.
More up?
Yes.
I can go more up.
Oh. Is it on?
Right on.
No way.
Dead on. Dead on. 10 inches. We got it.
Last night I was editing and Brady and Alex have been cranking in the shop here. Brady's got his whole Jeep frame, axles, everything back together to see if this tub will work. And while Brady was doing that, Alex got this whole transmission painted, done, bolted on with the adapter and everything, as well as these frame supports for the bed. There was a huge problem of this bed like sagging when the boom was lifting something heavy, so he made these that are gonna mount right there and carry some of the load that gets put down on this thing. So we need to get this motor back in the mini truck, but before we do that, we wanna see if Brady's fixed his frame problem, and we're gonna know pretty fast after that thing's set on that frame whether or not it fixed it or there's more problems.
All I know is if it doesn't fit, this thing's gonna be up for sale.
Wait, do you have a price?
It's gonna be cheap.
Cheap?
I heard free last night.
Free?
I need at least a pack of gummy worms or something.
Okay, yeah. A family pack of gummy worms.
Yeah. Look at that. There's pressure on that one.
Is there?
And there's pressure on that one. Sitting perfect. I think, at least as far as I can tell, it's good to go. I can't believe that worked.
Well, now that your Jeep's pretty much put back together, we got to get to work on this mini truck.
So since none of our accessory brackets worked, we just ripped all of them off. We ordered new ones that we think will work now. But the problem we're having is right now the floor of the mini truck is like here and here, and they're barely able to fit just the heads. And now that we have a water pump in here, we're gonna have to cut the floor so this fits. So that's what we've got to do to get everything, especially the alternator, the power steering pump, all those things to fit in the truck, and then we'll have to build a new floor around the cutout.
Something just showed up.
That is
I
huge.
think I know what it is. We got a care package from PRP.
I don't know how they fit it in that whole box. I mean, that's a pretty big seat. I feel like it shouldn't fit in that box.
Just know we're pretty small guys.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, grab it. No way. Oh.
All three of us can ride in the mini truck now.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's perfect.
Yes.
I'll just lean forward a little bit.
I think we could ride like this all day, don't you think?
I think so, for sure. You just need a mint, for sure. Dude, and this seat literally touches the door on both sides, like just barely. This is literally the perfect width of the inside of the mini truck. All right, we got another package as well from PRP. I don't even know what it is. Ooh. Ooh.
Yes. Oh. The mini truck is no longer a roached mini truck.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Yes! Heck yeah.
You could like Statue of Liberty's etched into it.
Oh.
Stars. Oh
Dude,
my gosh.
those guys over there.
Dude,
Holy crap.
we're operating on the same wavelength as PRP. The red, white, and blue, dude, feel that.
I think we now have the most Americanized Chinese truck there is.
Hey, me and Alex are gonna set this thing down, so if it hits that water pump, you're dead.
Oh, I've had it. I didn't even measure it.
Just, you gotta tell us if it hits.
Okay. Oh, we're dialed. I think. Oh, yeah.
We're getting close. Like now we can, once this is cut out for the actual brackets we bought, we can build this whole frame out and mount that PRP in here.
That is going to be so sick.
I can't wait till it's at that point.
And there is just enough room for your foot and a little pedal and brake after this thing has, you know, is all plated in. It literally has like the perfect amount of room to fit in it.
We're definitely going to have to get creative with our tunnel here, because if it was like straight, your legs wouldn't be very happy.
We got parts showing up left and right, and next week is going to be a huge week for the mini truck. If you're not subscribed, you've got to get subscribed. When we hit 100,000 subs, we're going to start a podcast. Thank you guys so much for all the support, all of the comments that we see every week. We read every single one of them. We're just so grateful to all you guys who watch our videos and help us do what we love.